Hello everyone and welcome back to Dr. Sourav's classes. Now before we dive into the math that's going to make your brain do a backflip, let's talk about where this question comes from. We are looking at a classic from the Madras School of Economics entrance. Now MSE is not just a school, it's a legendary training ground for the 5-year integrated MA in economics. And you start as wide-eyed student and by the end of the 3 years you can exit with a BA honors or stay for the full 5-year transformation into a econometrics wizard. Okay, so why does a school for economics ask you to prove complex binomial inequalities? Because if you can't handle a jumping series of coefficients, how are you going to handle the fluctuating market cycles and the nonlinear growth models? They want to see if you can find the hidden rhythm in data, and today we find that rhythm. Now look at the question first. Question says prove that NC0 plus NC3 plus NC6 and this goes up to NC3k less than equal to 1/3 into 2 to the power n plus 2, where n is a positive integer and k is the largest integer for which 3k less than equal to n. Okay, so we have to prove this. So let's make some space. Okay, NC0 plus NC3 plus NC6 and this goes up to NC3 and this is less than equal to 1/3 2 to the power n plus 2, right? Now before we run, we walk. Remember the basic binomial sum? You all remember that? 1 plus x whole to the power n is equal to summation r equal to 0 to n ncr x to the power r, right? Now if x equal to 1, we get the sum of all coefficients, that is 2 to the power n, but we don't want all of them. We want the 3-step jump. Okay, now to get a 3-step jump we need a mathematical tool that lives in the cycle of 3, right? Now if we want a cycle of 3, we need the complex cube roots of unity. Complex cube roots of unity. Okay, now everyone say hello to omega. Omega is like that one friend who is obsessed with 360-degree rotations. Now remember the property of omega. Omega square plus omega plus 1, that is 0. Okay, and omega cube is 1. Now to extract every third term we use the roots of unity filter. Okay, we just evaluate 1 plus x whole to the power n at 3 specific points. X is equal to 1, x equal to omega and x equal to omega square. Okay, so let's do the math. 1 plus 1 whole to the power n is what? NC0 plus NC1 plus NC2 plus NC3 and this goes on. What is 1 plus omega to the power n? That is NC0 plus NC1 omega plus NC2 omega square plus NC3 omega cube and this goes on. And 1 plus omega square whole to the power n, what will be that? NC0 plus NC omega square, NC1 omega square plus NC2 omega to the power 4 plus NC3 omega to the power 6 and this goes on. Okay, now if we add these 3 equations together, something magical happens. The terms that are not multiples of 3 like NC1 and NC2 get multiplied by 1 plus omega square. And what does that equal? 0. Now, the terms that are multiples of 3 like NC0, NC3 get multiplied by 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 3. So, 3 into S is what? 2 to the power n plus 1 plus omega whole to the power n plus 1 plus omega square whole to the power n, where S is our target sum, right? Now look at 1 plus omega whole to the power n plus 1 plus omega square whole to the power n. In trigonometry land, 1 plus omega is basically e to the power pi I by 3. Now when you work out 1 plus omega to the power whole to the power n plus 1 plus omega square whole to the power n will be what? 2 cos n pi by 3. Okay, now our sum is what? 1/3 of 2 to the power n plus 2 cos n pi by 3, right? Now we need to prove this is less than equal to 1/3 2 to the power n plus 2, right? Now what is the maximum value of a cosine function can ever reach? 1, right? So we can say that 2 cos n pi by 3 will always be less than or equal to what? 2 into 1, that is 2. Therefore is less than equal to 1/3 2 to the power n plus 2. Okay, so QED, which stands for the quite easily done. Okay, not really, but it sounds cool, right? Now the filter technique works for any jump. Okay, remember that. Want every fourth term, use I, minus I, 1, minus 1. Want every second term, just use 1 and minus 1. So you have just used complex number theory to bound a binomial expansion. You are not just a student anymore. You are logic machine now. Now you have learned it before next econometrics bloodbath. Okay. So in the next session we will talk about some other questions of Madras School of Economics Integrated MA Economics Entrance Examination. Till then, keep learning and keep growing with only Dr. Sourav's classes. Bye bye guys. See you in the next session.